Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Monday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage, live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Thank you to everyone listening across the EST audio channels, edmontonsportstalk.com, tune in, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, watching on YouTube, or listening on podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with you. Returning to the Hangout, Mark Rodgers, CKUA, CJSR, friend of EST. He's back. And Mark, how are we doing today?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me come on in.
Of course. You also will be doing stuff with the Edmonton Marathon coming up, which we will get to in this show. Are you a Cards fan? You said your girlfriend got you that hat. Are you actually a Cards fan?
Yeah, I'm kind of. I inherited that from my dad.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he was able to catch, like growing up in Regina, he was able to catch like the AM radio from the Cards. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's
At nights, you could pick up different radio of AM.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Yeah, like if it's a clear night. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's how he started. And then I think baseball magazines helped. And so he was a fan, even though he grew up in Regina. And we ended up going to 3 trips to Toronto to see the Cards.
Cool.
They're in Colorado, actually, and I was humming and hawing about going down there, for today, because I think there's a 3-game set starting today in Colorado. But I have to cover people at work, so I could make that work. But yeah, I follow the Cards. I used to watch with my dad. If they were on Sunday, I would have been watching last night with my dad because they were playing the Cubs.
That's a big rivalry.
Classic.
Yeah, and they won
That's a big
3-2, so gold for that.
Riverhawks, by the way, shout out to them. Off to the North Division Championship tomorrow. Bells, Remax Field. Took game 1, took game 3.
I was there for both of them.
Yeah.
Or
Well, 2 and 3.
I was there for both teams over the weekend. Yeah, I saw them. The pitcher for Victoria on Saturday was phenomenal. Phenomenal. He was throwing smoke all night. Great turnout Saturday night. I think they announced somewhere around 7,000. It felt like there was more than that. It was
I think Cap is
busy.
9, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's a 9.
And yesterday, the turnaround was quick. It felt like everybody in the city was tired. There's so much going on. But still an okay crowd for a Sunday afternoon game. And they pulled it off. They're up 8-2 going into the top of the 9th. And they got a little bit dicey at the end. They leaked a couple of runs and had a couple of pitching changes, but held on at the end of the night.
The Stingers were playing too.
Stingers were playing. It was Folkfest finishing up yesterday too.
Folkfest was finishing up yesterday.
Kerry West, yeah.
Kerry West.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
Did you ever see any of the
I saw a bunch of Animathon. I looked around and I was like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, must be the thing at McEwen.
Yeah, it was at the Edmonton Convention Center.
Oh, it was at the convention center this year.
It was
okay.
huge. It was packed downtown all along Jasper Avenue. All the restaurants were full. And
What is this event?
The Animathon.
Yeah.
So it's
like cosplay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody's dressed up and there's some of the characters have to be so obscure. Every so often I'd see a Mario brother or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. It's just amazing to work downtown this weekend because the Folk Fest and then Kerry West and then Animathon and then all the sports that was happening too.
It was busy.
It's peak summer though, right? We just have this thing here in Alberta that's just you gotta do everything you can before it gets.
It's almost done.
Don't even say that, man.
We have one festival left, really. Fringe.
Festivals are all year.
We're going to start Fringe, but for this summer stretch, Fringe goes on Thursday.
There you go.
That's going to run for however many days it runs, a week and a few days.
That's huge.
And then it's, before you know it, Labor Day is almost here. We're 3 weekends away from Labor Day.
Yeah, we are.
There's this weekend, there's the following week, and then it's Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
And we got the bus going down to Calgary and stuff. It seems like it's flying by and stuff. We've accomplished 3 majors of Edmonton Sports Talk now. We've finalized the Nasty Bash. The Oilers going long, starts summer a little bit later. I got out for my second round yesterday of golf for a tournament. That was great. But it's only round 2.
I think I've played 5 or 6 rounds now.
I'm hoping to get to 10 now.
I might not even get there.
I think I could, because I do like my fall golf.
Yeah,
I think I could sneak away a little bit better in September. But I always say that. And then it will be like October 1st and I'll be at 3. And be like, oh, I guess I'm doing virtual golf this winter.
I feel like you would be fairly, like, even, both of you guys would be. Like, how would you get golf in, man? Are you not? I guess that'd be the balance, right? Because you can't just be like work all the time.
Yeah.
So you have to maybe get golf in to have a balance.
I know, but it's the Oilers kills golf right off the bat.
Kills it.
Just
Work,
do.
yeah,
Kills it.
working.
And then we have the golf tournament, Nasty Bash and Nasties coming up. Like, there's a run of that stuff. So that eats up work for me.
Yeah, golf. Jeez.
And then we've got the move here. So that ate up stuff for me this summer. And then there was something else that ate up time for me with all of that. Oh, and then I have Elks pre-post.
It's just your normal.
So
though, I
that
guess,
like
just
1 day a
busy,
week's
right?
gone.
Like,
Yeah.
the ebb and flow of the year, right? Though, because we're coming to the end of the summer. So.
No, I don't want to believe it.
Maybe I'll just leave work early to one day and go do 9 and then come back to work and finish my work at night. Maybe that's what I'll do to just get a little bit of golf in.
I like this text. Says, sled season is coming up, boys. Brap.
What?
Yeah, that's not for me. So snow sledding.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's ice fishing
fun.
season.
Yeah, like that. That's
that.
fun, but
No, I'll do virtual golf. I haven't done it for a while. Virtual golf. I
It's
enjoy
great.
virtual golf.
go to CCT or Gimme Golf, which is just around here.
Any of them. I'll find certain ones. Brewhouse or Ice House has. There's a few others. There's a
Key
lot
Westgate.
actually all over the place. But it's just I haven't done it for the last few years. But one winter, my buddy and I bought 24 hours for the winter combined, and we go every like 2 or 3 weeks. It scratched the itch nicely.
Yeah, it is good. It is fun. Like,
Is golden tea still a thing? Golden
Oh,
tea?
yeah.
Yeah, it's on our machine back down there.
yeah.
I remember that from like when I used to work at a bar called The Drink. Does
The
anybody remember
The bar
Drink.
was called The Drink.
That would have been
early 2000s?
where?
Just right by A&B Sound going on.
A&B
south on,
Sounds.
Calgary Trail right before like 23rd Ave. Now here's the former traffic reporter in me coming out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it used to be. Well, I don't even know what it is there now. But yeah, Golden Tea. I remember that was like
It was big.
killed a few dollars on that one back in the day.
It was fun. What was at the height of West Edmonton Mall? There was Rum Jungle, Nashville's Electric Roadhouse, and then was it another one? Was not Tonic. Tonic was what is now Union Hall.
Oh, is that what it used to be called? Okay.
Yeah,
I
which
remember that.
which I think is the original Goose Loonies.
Yeah.
or no.
Yeah. That's Midway Music Hall now.
That
Clutch
which was
just played
Barry
there on
T.
Saturday.
Yes,
I didn't go though because I was working.
Damn.
But yeah, no, the other one.
But
well,
there was
because
the
Reds was
Juice. Reds.
Oh, anyways.
No,
'Cause
not Tonic.
just in terms of venues, I know it was Reds at West Ed, and like, nobody.
Great spot.
Yeah, nobody. I mean, it was okay. I saw
As a kid, it was a great spot.
Yeah.
I saw Motorhead and 3 Inches of Blood there. Like that was cool. I saw Coheed and Cambria there, but like people didn't consider it like a legit music venue.
Was the sound awful? Because there's like weird.
Yeah, the shape of the room I don't think
Yeah.
helped at all. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they still pulled it off, and there were still some great shows there at West Ed. But yeah, I mean, they're obviously. I don't think what are these? What's in that space now? Right? Is it just like?
I think it's called Ed's.
Is it just called?
It's an Ed's now,
Yeah.
which
Well, it's
is
not a music venue. At least that. I know.
no. It's they've took the bowling alley of Reds and made it Ed's. I think.
And
That's
there's
kind of-
pool, I think. Pool table.
Was there?
I think so.
I honestly don't remember.
I got caught in, I think it was Best Edmonton Mall. Remember?
yeah.
I think I watched the video on how there was a theme to Reds. It was Reds like Rumpus Room, and it had like a 60s motif to it. Yeah, and I'm like, I missed all of that, but it now makes sense.
Yeah,
I liked it. Great
I
video
saw
games.
Cradle of Filth there. I saw lots of good bands there, but it still wouldn't bring it back.
No.
What's the old venue that they keep bringing up on the morning show? It's not Bunkers.
Shanks?
Is it Shanks? Okay, because Bunkers. Does anybody remember Bunkers?
Nope.
No.
They've got that up and going again. So there was a gig there on Saturday, and it's just off Hermitage Road. So that's like a brand new development in terms of the music scene.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go, but I mean, they're giving it a go. There's a group of people there trying to make it a go. But yeah, you guys moved out of the old Mead Hall, right? 'Cause we
Moved
talked
out
about
there.
that last time.
Oh, yeah.
We moved out of there. We're done for the most part.
Right.
We're gone. It's on to this place for the next number of years, and that's
5
the only
at
one that
least.
matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's all good. Sentinel Storage is the presenter of the EST Hangout. 50% off all units, limited time. Check them out, sentinel.ca. Canada's storage expert by Canadian, convenient locations everywhere. Self-storage units, indoor, drive up, outdoor parking, all your storage needs that you have or need, they can fulfill you and get you covered. Sentinel.ca. We do have CFL we'll need to discuss as well today. Do want to talk Nasty Bash, but do we want to get into what happened on the morning show today?
Sure.
Do we want? Because Friday, Tommy took advantage of what was laid out in my eyes for him.
Yep.
You've saved yourself from relegation.
Yep.
The commish was on the morning show today. The announcement was that you were starting with a 4% penalty.
Yep.
That's in terms of votes, right?
In terms of the votes.
So you just get
So
4 cut right off.
He's
Just like
technically at a minus 4% currently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might trade it away like I did last week.
-4.
If he promotes his own brand again, his own team, he'll get a year-long suspension. And if anyone else does any promotion, their first offense will be a 4%.
Like anything within the organization.
Within the 4 of them.
Oh, gotcha now. Okay.
I will say, did she clarify when the 4% is handed out for new people? Is it in the current draft that they finished, or is it the one coming up?
I think it's the one coming up.
Is it the next one that they would face the penalty?
Yeah.
Because, she's not, you're saying I think so. She needs to clarify those things. She needs to put those
that
out
would
there, I
help.
say. Because she's handing you a penalty that she did not outline before the draft. She has gone against her ruling before the draft, which she said if this happens again, it's a 2% for anyone. And you're getting 4%. But
getting 4%.
Your thoughts on everything?
As I mentioned on the morning show, she continues to move the goalposts, and I keep winning. So that is what I expect to continue to happen. I will deal with this the way I need to. 4%. That's tough, but I was wily enough to make a move right before the draft to get rid of that 2% to Dusty, and that almost cost him second place because I think we pushed mine.
You're about 1% behind.
Yeah, so that was hilarious, and
with his deduction.
With the deduction, so I'll have to look at this. I'll be better at my drafting. I had a terrible draft. My team sucked. Like, I'll admit it. I was not good. I was ill prepared, and it showed. It was reflected in the results until we got the push because of how poorly I was treated by the commissioner. And so we'll see. We'll see what I come up with in this next draft. It's like a nerd draft.
I've heard geek nerd draft. Yes.
Yeah.
Look, as the host of the show, I guess I got to ask some of those tough questions too and stuff. And I will have to ask the commission after. Does she feel it's unfair or is she going to change of calling you out with nicknames and not calling anyone else out with nicknames?
Thank you. I was unfairly treated. I was treated poorly, I would say.
There is a bias being shown by the commission against you.
Yeah.
I think that has been clear.
It's an uphill battle, and we climb on.
She did also announce that there will be a draft of 3 members of EST.
Yes.
They will need to throw their names into the hat. She will select 3. There will be a blind draft. We'll post those results on Twitter. That type of idea sounds very familiar of something that was said on the Hangout last Friday.
This is like the relegation part of it.
This is the promotion part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an idea that came up, I believe, with a few individuals on this station. On it's notably the Hangout last Friday, but no credit given to those people. Instead, those people are called childish.
That's right.
But our idea just being stolen, but that's cool. It's not stolen. It's not being given credit to the right
blind
people.
Draft though? Tell me, but is that the same?
So
kind of
what
thing
will
as,
happen
like,
though is
bit.
they will be
rankings?
they'll do the draft off camera,
Yeah.
off mic.
Got it. Okay.
It's like
Then the results will
qualifying
be
for the
thrown
draft.
onto Twitter and Insta, and the winner of that draft. So no one's going to know anything about this.
Yeah.
It's going to be pure as this is the only, that's the best draft.
Right.
That person will get entry into the Nerd Geek draft with
That's
Tommy, Dusty, and Eric. And the audience will not know who that is until draft day.
That's right.
Everyone else will know. That person will have to know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what she's declaring.
That's what I think it is.
But I'm glad that taking stuff from the hangouts that Belsey and I throw out there, but even though we're called childish, taking our ideas as apparently children.
Well,
interesting.
Interesting.
Hearing what Reed was talking about for the draft, about how I think he was saying that he was going to go in not knowing what it was and wanted to just do the draft just blind. Because I'd be interested to see a draft where that's the format, where you're not allowed to prep at all. Like, nobody knows what the theme is going to be. And then everybody goes in blind, because I think that everybody has different amounts of prep time based on schedules and how busy they are. So I don't know if it's necessarily fully fair the way that it works now. So I think that should be just like what Reed was mentioning, how he thought it would be more enjoyable to go into the draft not knowing what the subject is and then just firing off just from scratch, just your brain, notes checking, whatever, the internet.
That's what I do. I just look
I
it
know.
up
I'm
right
just
there.
saying, like, I think that would be fun to see who could pull it off.
Who could be the best just off the top of their head?
Well, that's a very good
It'd be an
point by
interesting
Mark.
one.
Yeah, because there have been times where our fellow drafters will pander to their audiences on social media and say, if you had pick number 2 in this draft of whatever, what would you take?
Almost like an over prep.
Yeah. Well, you know what happens. And then some of them have like multiple printout sheets of their lists that they want to go with, and they still do not draft generally that well and end up almost getting into third place after trading away 2%. So it's an interesting process, but I like what you're saying there, Mark.
Yeah, because everybody has different amounts of prep time available. So how is it equal, right?
Who do you think is going to be interested in this draft?
I think Reed 100%. I think
So
his
you got 3 staffers, then you got a...
Yeah.
Three. Well, whoever wants in could submit their name,
Yeah.
and then the commission will select 3.
Like, what about me?
We're not- we
Well,
haven't
it's
gone there
right
yet.
now EST
Staff.
staff only.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
We haven't branched beyond
All good.
that.
Yeah.
I
Got a lot
don't know.
in there, though, you know?
So Reed went on an epic rant last week, and I think it was him wanting to be part of the draft.
It was him criticizing the draft, but you could tell it was out of pain that he wasn't brought back for
That's
a
right.
draft. Because he filled in for Jay, because Jay couldn't make one of the drafts.
Yes.
So he filled in, and he did well, he says, and then he wanted to be in the next one. I would say that's what I got, at least. He wanted to be in the next one.
Yeah.
Because it was like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? But yeah, why isn't it also done this way and this way? And why is it going this long? But I want to be, and it's basically like, I didn't get selected. Why should I want to be selected?
Yeah.
That's what I got.
He called us a bunch of meanies,
And
essentially.
then, as being the glue guy, Mr. Jay Milne, he talked about it on Friday. Jay went out there and he threw his draft. He did not
all
go
the-
for.
all the Eagles, right?
If you watch
Yeah.
that draft,
Yeah.
Jay was
I
not.
voted for number 2, whoever number 2 was.
That was Dusty. I'm pretty sure.
Cardinals.
If you watch that draft, though,
Where's the bird? That's it.
Right there.
I
yeah.
get it now.
There it is.
if you watch that draft, you'll see that Jay was a little uncharacteristic. He wasn't glue guy during that draft.
No.
He was a little spicy.
Review the tape. Review
Yeah.
the tape.
And but then he said on Friday that he threw it. It
Oh,
pained
geez.
him to see Reed hurting like that. That and he was sad. Like, he thought other people of EST should get a chance to get in these drafts, because it's only been basically Dusty, Eric, Tommy, and glue guy. And being the glue guy that he is, he threw his draft so he'd get relegated, so that someone else could come in, because that's what a true glue guy does.
So not so glue guy.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. He showed.
It's full on glue guy, because he's making it over. He's getting others in there.
I think the narrative from Glue Guy is a little bit calculated and convenient.
Are you saying he's not the glue guy around here?
Oh no, just in this draft
You don't think
scenario.
that would come up for glue guy? I do.
I think he
believe in Jay.
conveniently took a bad draft and tried to tie it into his Glue Guy narrative.
That's a long game.
Yeah, sure.
I believe in glue guy. I believe
I like
glue guy.
He is
Glue
the
guy,
glue guy.
will do things that none of us would even think of to be a glue guy, to help the people around
Yeah.
this off. The guy bought Trev an air conditioner last
did.
year when it was hot.
He saved Trev's life.
I would not put it past him to get Reed into this, or attempt to try to get Reed into this draft,
mean-
because it pained him to watch Reed.
What happened? Where does the accidental who ate the nuts and almost died? Was that not a glue guy and
Yep.
Reed?
No.
No?
No.
Well,
Tommy offered something
sorry.
to
A peanut butter cookie that I
sorry.
didn't know
I
was a
just
peanut
wasn't
butter
sure.
cookie.
to Reed when
Right,
Reed was
that the
allergic.
story. Okay.
Made him
That was the
deathly
big
ill.
one.
I did not know. I just thought it was like a sugar cookie or something. I didn't look.
I'm
like
just
you
trying
want a
to prove
cookie?
that I listened to the.
Yeah.
And then-
that's all I'm
memory.
doing.
And then for Jay is got a hazelnut allergy, and we were doing an
hazelnut's
ice
so
cream.
good, though.
We were doing an ice cream thing, and I brought in a pistachio gelato, and I asked him, "Are you good with pistachios?" He said, "Yes." But I didn't look close enough at the ingredients. 'Cause I'm thinking, well, it's pistachio gelato. It's just pistachio. When right before we were about to do it, I went through the ingredients, and one of the last things was hazelnut flavoring. So then we were like, okay, well, you're not going to have any of this. And he actually took a small little bite, and he's like, I don't know.
Didn't we have donuts too that might have had a hazelnut in them, or is that
Yes. Well, that was the one that Jay had the issue.
right? Right.
Jay, I think we'll say on that one, he dropped his guard. And because, yeah, he had donuts were brought in,
They were so good.
and he had a bit of one. And then when I looked it up online, it was a hazelnut one.
Yeah.
Like it was a Nutella one or something like that.
Yeah.
He can't do that.
No.
And that's where we had to run to the Shoppers or Save On to pick up some
Medicine.
Benadryl type stuff.
Dave in Section T via the Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999 says, I don't believe Jay was throwing that draft. He's trying to save face when his Eagle theme failed miserably. Tommy is seeing through the facade. Thank you, Dave in Section T.
I believe
Nailed it.
Glue Guy. I'll always believe Glue Guy. The guy is just too nice.
He's very nice.
And I have no reason to ever question Jay Milne. And I think it's a little offensive to Jay to call out his motives.
I disagree with what you just said, but whatever.
Well, you think that next time before he comes in says coffee and sends that text.
Oh, stop
And you
it.
want to send Americano back to him, one milk. You think about whether that's Glue Guy or not.
He's always glue guy.
Exactly. There's the word. He's always Glue Guy.
Except for during the
In
draft.
the draft, he was Glue Guy. And he did it so well that you guys are questioning
Oh, boy.
how well he did it actually in that sense.
Okay.
But yeah, no, the guy does. He will come in and take his shirt off his back for you, and now you're just going to question him.
No. No, I'm not. Are you happy?
Yes, I am. I will not appreciate Jay Milne slander on this Monday.
I think I'm going to retract my pitch to be part of the draft.
Oh, dude, it's because it's full of controversies. It's actually, you want to know something?
Summer drafts though are like the best ones, right? Like,
They,
it's just
but
like
they
the
get
bird
ridiculous.
draft. Who knew the birds? Who knew it could be that deep? The bird draft. Who knew?
Well, I'm with you. Once I first started thinking about it, then I realized actually this can go far. No, actually, in all of Reed's ranting / wanting and crying for wanting to like get into the draft, the one thing he said at one point last week, it was like, yeah, that's about right. He was talking about the 1264 that are here.
Yep.
You, me, Dusty, and Eric. And I can't remember how he worded it, but he's like, they don't go into this wanting to have a good draft or anything. They don't do this wanting like truly the best teams are. They go with this trying to create as much controversy as possible.
Yeah, like I was
And
trying
it's
to
like,
avoid saying
yeah.
manufactured drama, but like you could just be, or I was not going to say that, but I mean you brought it up, so there you go.
Yeah, no, so it's like, yeah, no,
Fun,
it's
though. It's still fun. Like,
if you look at the basis of any of the controversies, Commish Quinn has now inserted herself into this.
Yes.
But it does come from Dusty, Eric, Tommy, and I, which is that 1264. So yeah, he Reed's not fully wrong with that one.
I don't mind the relegation layer to it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is
Like,
interesting.
it's an added little thing.
And then the promotion where it's like you have to earn your way up. It's
get
not
back
just
in.
you're next. Come on in. Earn your way in.
Well, I was watching the FedEx golf yesterday.
St.
and
Jude,
they
yeah.
had so they had the FedEx Cup standings at the sort of above the leaderboard. So you're like watching the leaderboard, but then you're also seeing who's on the cusp of that 50.
Yep.
It's kind of the same idea, where it's just like you're looking at sort of the bottom of this other list at the same time you're following along
Yeah.
what's going on at the top.
Except I feel like the
I don't mind
FedEx
it. I
Cup
don't mind
points.
it, that kind of thing. I don't know.
I feel like some of that doesn't matter again anymore. because they got rid of the staggered start
Right.
for the final for the championship
Yeah.
weekend. So it's only getting to that championship weekend, but then it's all like basically the winner of that one wins the whole thing, which golf didn't like that. So they added this other thing, and then golf didn't like that. So now they're back to the original thing. And watch, in 2 years, they're going to be upset about the way it is, and they're going to change it again.
Yeah. Well, you know what that sounds like to me? Hockey and wanting to change the playoff format, going back to 1 versus 8 and all of that, minus maybe the top 3 in the division being the top 3 ranked automatically, because that became stale. Then they switched it to this divisional matchup, and now people are saying, oh, we're seeing Edmonton and LA too much. We're seeing the same matchups too much. No, there's a situation that's developing where, like in golf, no one's satisfied, and they need to change it. Feels that way, to me at least.
Well, and what it was one thing I read a couple of weeks ago. I guess there is a lot of appetite to add a play-in tournament, like for the playoffs play-in tournament.
I hate that.
But
In
Bettman,
NHL?
yes, but Bettman's fully opposed to it,
Good.
and it's not going to happen until Bettman goes.
Which
When
could be a year
Bettman
or two
goes,
from now.
it'll be like one of the first things that gets added to the NHL. But Bettman is pushing it back on this one and not allowing this one.
I don't like it. I just
Man, if you like, Bettman
It's
could
16 of
just retire
32.
and be all good, right? Like, why is he still like if you're at that age, like, and you could retire, like, why is he still working? Retire, guy.
Yeah.
Because you got power to a degree.
I think his
I don't know.
schedule is cushy enough.
Hitting the retirement. If you were, this doesn't make you. Yeah, it's the power of it, I guess. I don't know, man. Like if you're well off and you've been around for that long, like just.
I do wonder how much longer he does have because I don't know what's left. He's accomplished the last CBA.
Yeah.
Like, so that one's going to, or the latest CBA, that's going to go for a while. He got the NHL TV contract done. The US TV contract is locked in. The only thing I wonder is he just wanting to get through the next Olympics?
That could be it.
Just to see the NHL players back to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then do they know who will replace him? That someone must
Probably
have thought
Bill
about that
Daly.
already, obviously.
Yeah, I think but Bill Daly's not as young as we might think.
He looks younger than he is.
Yeah.
Gary Bettman. Gary. He
I'm not
is
doing that.
73.
I'm not doing that.
He's 73. Bill Daly is 61. So, like, you could, like, let's say Bettman retires in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Daly could have a decade-long run if it's about similar.
Sure.
Like I know somebody that's close to the same age as Gary Bettman. They've been retired for 15 years.
Government worker.
No, they just had a good pension, I guess, right? Or they had a good plan.
Yep.
But like, man, I would just be like, take a chill, dude. Come on, you're rolling in it.
I hope it's not Daly right off the bat. I hope there's not a press release. Gary Bettman announces his retirement. Bill Daly will assume commissioner duty on
I
this
bet
day
you'll
or
do
something.
it two or three, and then he's already.
But there
got
should be.
somebody else
I
lined
do
up.
hope that the owners take the chance to evaluate of. Do we need to switch a little bit to a different direction? Should we bring in a different voice? Because Bill Daly, to one degree, will be an extension of Gary.
Correct. Now, the counter argument to that would be that the NHL is enjoying like monumental seasons where they're setting new records for revenue, and the commissioner and the deputy commissioner continue to line the owners' pocketbooks with money. Expansion is continuing.
That's the other thing maybe Gary's waiting for. Maybe
Yeah.
Gary's waiting to finish expansion.
And that could be it.
Or do a few more expansions, I should say.
Until those two or Bill Daly pisses off the majority of the owners, I think that he probably slides into the commissioner's chair very easily.
But I wonder if there's going to be a couple of owners sitting there and be like, no, we could get someone else who's going to continue to raise that money. How hard is it to expand by a couple more teams and get the right thing? But let's bring someone who's going to be a little more innovative in certain ways and try.
That's a fair point.
But I just don't know who the power players of the ownership group are anymore.
Yeah.
I would assume Boston still is up there.
Yeah.
I would assume Murray Edwards with Calgary's always been rumored to be up there.
Even though he lives in England. Well, Ed Snyder was for a while, but he passed away a few years ago.
You never hear Daryl's name in those.
No.
You never hear Daryl as a power player in the NHL ownership. It almost feels like he's just like, I got my team. I'm not interested in the full picture. I don't need to be the power player of the NHL. I'm just going to deal with the Oilers.
Yeah, I've never really asked about that, but
But yeah, whenever
he's got his hands full with the Oilers too. So.
Yeah. Who else would be up there? I guess Rodgers would naturally be up there.
The Leafs have a lot of persuasion.
Well, yeah. Well,
Habs, I think the Molson family does with the NHL.
The Rodgers group.
Gillette family. Who? Gillette.
They
sold
sold back to Molson,
Gotcha.
if I recall correctly.
Rodgers would have a lot of power too because they could come at it from a double angle.
Yeah.
We're one of your biggest partners. We're giving you X billion dollars a year. Plus, we are an owner of this team, of this league.
That is true.
And we are the majority owner of your biggest franchise.
I'm curious to see where, like a Ryan Smith in Utah, he's like a new young owner. If he becomes kind of like Mark Cuban was, but not, I don't think he's as boisterous as Mark Cuban, but just being like, you want to talk about innovative and like the next wave of owner, and maybe he starts to have more influence. I don't know. I'm just curious.
It'll take a while for that one.
Yeah.
Because the old guard will push him down.
Yeah, like there isn't any owner that's even equivalent to Cuban.
No, and
Cuban's
but
like
that,
30 years ago now, 20 years ago.
yeah, and
right?
he was a
Like,
character. But he also became like a power player, right, in the NBA. And I wonder if
there's no comparison at the moment though.
to Mark Cuban.
But could be your
In what? Well, the next closest comparison in terms of it's like we know the owner and they're out there. It's actually Ryan Reynolds and Robbie Mack. What did he legally change his name to?
Well, it's Rob McElhaney.
Yeah, but he legally changed his name.
Did he really?
What's his name from?
It's Always Sunny?
Yeah, it was like Rob Mack.
He's
or something?
Ronald McDonald in It's Always Sunny.
Oh, okay. Well, there's like Rob
goes
Mack
by
or
Mac.
something. I think it's Rob Mack then.
Oh,
Is his legal name now.
Really? That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, and they reveal in the show his first name is Ronald.
That's Wrexham though, the Wrexham guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like they are some of the next
I know Ryan
most
is for
like
the record.
most Mark Cuban-esque, I feel like, which is to me, that's just the public face that talks about the
Yeah.
team of lauders out there. They're not Mark Cuban though sitting, pitch side yelling at the ref and getting fined for saying stuff about the officiating.
Front facing, willing to talk, and is there a press
And
conference?
has star power to them. But they had star power going into that.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying. I should have said.
They
But
started their season with a loss.
Anyway, I can't think of. Well, I wonder what. Like, there's Gillardy in Dallas. He's a Vancouver guy, and a Canadian that owns the Stars.
Foley's an interesting one to me.
He seems like he's overbearing. Yeah, like very aggressive.
Yeah.
Pushes his way around.
You never hear Dolan much either.
No, because he's dealing with problems with the Knicks.
But even I'm just trying to think NBA. Like maybe I'm just not paying attention. I don't ever feel like I hear Dolan or MSG are dealing with something. It's other names always popping up.
The Wirtz family in Chicago obviously are a little less front facing. Rocky passed away a few years ago. They've had a lot of problems to deal with. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting time when it comes to ownership in the NHL. Mark Chipman might be up there. He's been around.
Yeah.
Everybody likes him.
It's been a long time since Winnipeg's been back. It's incredible.
Yeah, he's front facing. Like, he doesn't shy away from things, and I think he has pretty good rapport with everybody. So maybe he takes on more of a leadership role among the owners.
Who's the owner of the Wild?
I remember Marge Schott
She was awful.
from
Cincinnati,
yeah.
Was it? Yeah. That was from a while ago, though, I guess.
Minnesota.
But there's not many
Wild.
owners like that anymore, I suppose.
Because the Wild owner,
Probably a good thing.
That is a good thing.
Yeah, Craig Leopold. Because he used to own the Preds.
That's right.
I feel like he'd be a guy that would have.
He's been around it for a long time.
Yeah.
The Jackets ownership group, they just kind of, I think they sit back a little bit.
They're very, seems very laid back ownership group.
Well,
They allow people to just do their jobs.
and it's
Sometimes in a bad way, go a little longer and then go, now we'll make a change. They're not
been working.
aggressive.
No.
I thought maybe this year's the year they take that step up because they had a pretty good year last year when no one was expecting it. So,
Yeah, it's interesting.
portions of this hour of the Hangout are brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out at thehighproductmarketing.com. I do want to get to the Edmonton Marathon here first. That's this upcoming weekend.
Yep.
You are the finish line music selector.
Yeah,
the start and finish line.
Start and finish line music selector. Yeah.
I like that official name of it.
Yeah. It's there's so much else going on besides just the finish line. So it's kind of like a really small part of it. I mean, because you're running the course, right? So you only hear the music at the start and finish line, like at the start and finish line. So they have a whole team of people that produce this event, and it is shockingly amazing. The coordination, even just like closing all of the roads
Yep.
and getting just everything from like getting the barricades up like properly, like having proper like security and making sure everybody's safe, and the water stations, and like I'm just kind of lay low in the background and then like pick the music at the start and finish line and watch this, not only just the event and the organizers, but the patrons, like the people running. It is super inspiring. I mean, just kind of sitting there playing some tunes for like about 8 to 10 hours. It's like not really that hard. It's kind of fun because there's different starts to the day.
Yep.
So I have to have like music ready to go for like the 6 a.m. start, the 7 o'clock start, the 7:30 start, the 9 o'clock start, and then like, the kids 2K at like 10 o'clock or whatever it is, right?
Right.
Because they'll be like the 5K runners, the full marathon runners, the half marathon runners, people qualifying for like other marathons. It's just amazing. And so, yeah, I get to pick the music but everything else is going on. So like I had a list here because it's actually quite a lot. And this is a cool shout out to Nate alumni. I went to a radio and television school with Cheryl Ty, and she is organizing everything outside of the start and finish line. So even just in the courtyard stage, there's Lakota Tutusis, who's a Cree hoop dancer. The Trican Steel Orchestra, who's been around since 1982, will be playing. So the Riverhawks mascot and the Elk cheer team will be there. Like, and that's just a small thing. There's a whole there's DJs all along the course, and like there's a lot going on, and it's an amazingly run event, and it's super cool to be like a really small part of it. Because
That's an important part of it.
Yeah, like it's fun. Like you got to time it out. So we definitely have like tunes ready to go because the technology, like each runner has like a sensor on their
bib.
Yeah.
So like when it hits the trigger, like a half block down, the announcer knows who's coming across the line.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Lap full, and the good thing is I don't have to do the announcing, but it's actually the screen has really large letters, and it's really easy to read. So they're smart about it that way, and it has their age and what they ran and where they're from, or even just an interesting little note about each runner, like if they
Cool.
put it in. So it's like if this runner is 75 years old and this is their 25th marathon,
Right.
or something along those lines. So that part of it is really amazing as well. So you've got the men's leader, so they'll have a radio all along the course. So they know where the men's leader is, because that's going to be a qualifier for other marathons.
Mm-hmm.
It's very official, like very legit. And so we know when that person's coming. So then I'll have a certain song ready to go for when that person is there, because they come across the finish line, they get their medal, we got photo, got media there to get, even like TV cameras getting shots, right? So I got to time it out and make sure the music is like, for when certain runners come across the line. And then all of those starts, I have to make sure that I've got the right tunes.
Do we have Avicii levels loaded up?
I could, yeah.
I feel like that would be good for, like you said, the kids 2K.
Yeah.
So I've just found everything that's going on.
Yeah, no,
'cause there's a
got
lot.
it. Yeah.
There's the Service Marathon, the Healthcare Solutions Half Marathon, the Army 10K, the Family 5K Fun Run, the Kids 1K Fun Run, the Canadian Half Marathon Championships, and then the Canadian Masters Half Marathon Championships.
Yeah.
All that's happening coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And then there is a block party. I think Quinn might be digging that we plug this. It's the Edmonton Downtown Business Association. It's going to block off the Rice Howard Way from 10 till 3.
Nice.
So it's
That day?
official, yeah.
Cool.
So it's the official Edmonton Marathon after party. And it's funny, right? It says like 10 to 3 p.m. is the after party, because it starts at 6.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, I'm set up and ready to rock for like 5:30. don't play anything too early because the people at the courtyard will be quite upset. Because there was a year where like I might have played 3 inches of blood at like 5:45 to test the
As
system.
one does.
To test the system. Might have got a little in trouble for that one. But it starts right early is the point. So yeah, the after party is 10 a.m. to 3. And it's all, it's free. There's lots of stuff going on there. So it's free and family friendly. It's really great.
Well, Quinn Phillips, she is in the nasty chat. The marathon sold out, 8,500 runners. An official marathon after party, Rice Howard Way. The street is shut down and licensed. And she's very excited that you brought all that up for her.
Yeah, I've got more there too. It's just plugging everything like that's going on. Yeah, because Cheryl, she had all those, all of the stuff that's happening throughout. It's just really amazing. It's actually a lot, and then I don't really want to like mispronounce some of these DJ names, so I'm just gonna say there's lots going on. And
Yes,
you should totally check it out. And thank you to the amazing team that puts this thing together. It is a total blast.
What's a pace bunny? Does anyone know? Because it says one of volunteer is a pace bunny. The heck's a pace bunny?
So I'm not fully sure, but I know that they can run the course in a very specific time. And so they run with like bunny ears on and a sign. And so you can use them to help yourself pace the course.
Oh.
Yes.
I think that's what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
you nailed it. And there's even a picture of this one with bunny ears.
Yep.
So there's someone who sets a consistent pace for other runners to help them achieve a specific finishing time, often a marathon or a long distance race. They run at that specific pace, which allows the people to make sure they're not going too fast, too slow, or whatever. Oh, that's fascinating.
It's super inspiring too. Like people
cool.
are achieving like lifetime goals as they come across the finish line. And
Yeah.
they're just bagged or just toast or like barely even making it across. And they're like crying and like just, I can't believe I made it, and their friends and family are there and they all got signs. And like, it is just a amazing, inspiring thing, to watch these so many different people. And then there's fun things like the one guy, he ran the marathon with like 40 t-shirts on one time.
No.
Yeah. So it was like up to here on him, and he was like this, and I got a photo of him, and he ran the whole thing. I don't know if it was a Guinness record or not, but there's all sorts of things like that too. Like some people do dress up a little bit. And
That's funny.
run things, but there, I think there was firefighters one year that like ran the whole course in their gear.
Wow.
There's been army guys that run with all their gear on and run it like it's. So we do we do have somebody from the army does come and do the national anthem.
Yeah.
And sings it live at each start.
Yep.
I've got a couple of plan Bs ready to go. Like if the mic's not working, or I've got a French version and an English version and an instrumental version of the national anthem. But that's the thing that happens right at the beginning. So it is this Sunday, yeah. And I guess, yeah, it is sold out because a couple of years ago they had 6,500 or so. And so, yeah, sold out now. So
Wow.
see.
I believe this is the one Hernan and Jay
Yeah,
are running for. They're doing the half,
We were talking about
or are
that
they doing a 5? I think they're doing a half.
half marathon.
Well, I could have a tune ready for them when they come across the line. I
think that's them.
You should have something ready for those
I'm
guys.
ready to do it. We just need suggestions.
Something to do with the Latino heat and the glue guy.
Or what's the Eddie Guerrero's intro? We could just play didn't he have a Latino heat
Yeah.
song? I could.
I think
that.
I think when they have Hernan's World, there's a little intro from, and I think it
Okay, I'll
comes from
have to
Eddie
see that.
Guerrero. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to figure out. Yeah, no, I'll have to double check if it is for them this weekend, because see how they do on Sunday.
Yeah, so be aware.
That'll be
There's
great.
going to be like closures on Sunday
Well,
and Saturday. It's going to be gnarly downtown. It's not good.
It's funny because
Traffic.
Saturday walking to go for a bite in the afternoon, and they were putting barricades up, and we're like, "What is going on here?"
Already.
I noticed that.
And then we're like, it's the Kerry West Festival.
Yeah. Well,
So we
that
left,
too.
and then when we were walking back, we saw part of the festival, and it was a cool thing to watch. It was fun witnessing, but I was like, this is going to create a little bit of havoc right now, because I didn't know that there was the parade for it and stuff. That was fun.
That's Western Canada's largest Caribbean arts festival.
It was cool.
I can
And it
hear
just
from
reminded
my
me that
place.
the K-Days needed the parade again.
They got rid of the parade.
K-Days parade hasn't been around for a while.
Oh my goodness.
It does change things. There was a lot of people out there bringing in their
Yeah.
chairs, sitting to want to watch the parade. Like, K-Days needs to bring the parade back.
Parade was great.
Get
for
everyone back
K-Days.
for K-Days with the parade.
I used to always watch it. And one year when Raimai and I were at the street teamers for the Bear 1260, and at the time was it Easy? No, it was Mix 96. No, Easy Rock. they're like, yeah, you guys are doing the K-Days parade, and your street corner is this one, and you'll have a PA system. Who's going to be on the mic? And it was me, Ryan Mai, and Drew Dalby, and they gave us like a script.
What a crew.
Yeah, but we were just riffing. And
Yeah,
we
you
had
follow a script or whatever?
Well, we kind of
Well,
did.
but like you
we-
have a guideline. You could just follow a script,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah. But then we were saying other stuff too, and we actually had a lot of people coming up to us. They're like, "Where are you guys from again?" And we're like, "Well, we're street teamers for the Bear and Easy Rock and 1216." They're like, "That was funny," and we're like,
Sorry,
"Thank
but
you."
like easy rock should never be a thing. Rock should never be easy. Oh God.
Yeah,
Although that
I
was
can't believe that was a thing. Sorry, I have to.
they did
interject.
very well, and they have struggled since that change.
yeah.
Terrible.
I was there for the
terrible.
change.
Rock should never be those. That's like an oxymoron. Easy rock.
Yes.
The heck is that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Oh, I
but I
like
have
some
my
of those
Unleash the
rocks.
Archers t-shirt on, and I have to interject. I'm sorry.
It is a total oxymoron, but yeah. They had great staff at Easy Rock, but
Great people there.
yeah, I just remember that. And Bridget Ryan, she was from City TV, and she had like a Pirates hat or something. And we're like,
Like
"There's-
a Pittsburgh Pirates or
no,
a pirate
no, like a pirate
Okay.
hat, like 3
Just making
points.
sure.
And we're like, City TV's Bridget Ryan coming out on the next float, and then Drew Dalby goes, and her hat. She like took it off and waved it to us. Well, I just remember that. It was silly stuff like that where we're like, you gave 3 idiots from the street team the microphone and gave us like a block's worth of PA system to work with, and we ran with it.
I will say this to the people that run K-Days. If you do a K-Days parade, I will submit an EST float in there, and we'll broadcast our show live from the parade on the float as we go down.
That would be amazing.
We'll do our show live for, well, I guess you should say, we'll attempt to do our show live as we go down Jasper doing the show. We'll bring the hangout. I don't care what time the parade is. The hangout is just going to run here, and then we're going to have 4 chairs, and we're just going to sit there broadcasting live.
You got a
and we'll
wireless
do that.
codec, man?
We just need the internet.
Yeah,
I guess,
that's
eh?
all we needed.
And we have a
before,
wireless box, and it just connects to cellular, so we
Yeah.
should be fine
I'm old
downtown.
school,
I
like
think.
you got a codec. Ugh.
No, we don't need the codec.
No
for that stuff.
timeline needed.
No,
Oh,
so
the
then
tie line.
we'll build out. We'll get some nasties to volunteer, and we'll do a full Edmonton sports talk float for the parade.
Yeah.
CJSR back in the day did a broadcast from the Edmonton bus. They did a morning show like on the bus, just driving
Really?
around the bus. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. It was. I think it was the Moose Brothers. Like would have been early 2000s or something like that.
We talked about doing something like that during the playoffs. It kind of didn't
Yeah,
come to fruition.
We'll see how. But this one, I'll do
Yeah.
it fully on the float.
Do you remember the river,
go live.
the riverboat race though? They used to do like people
Yes.
would build riverboats.
Yes,
I remember that.
Do we
That was
still have
early.
that?
I don't think so. Like the sourdough
Raft
river
race, right?
race
Yeah.
for sure. I
Yeah.
saw the banner over one of the overpasses, but I'm not sure because I just remember seeing photos of CJSR volunteers in the early 2000s, just like all getting together and building this like huge raft. And I was like, wow, the volunteerism. I was like, we're having trouble people just getting them to do shows, volunteer shows now, let alone like this amazing, huge, like fully branded river boat.
Yeah.
From like, this would have been like, 25 years ago now though, I guess. Ugh.
Is community spirit dying? Is that what happened?
No, it's just like it's hard to get that kind of volunteerism.
Yeah.
Like building a boat. Like that's hardcore volunteerism. Like that's a way above and beyond doing a volunteer radio show, right? So
Yeah.
I think they had a lot of momentum back then too, and it's still really great though. There's still a ton of volunteerism. It's just we're not building river boats. We're doing a ton of great volunteer radio though. It's
Yes.
just like the construction
Touche.
part of it, not so much.
I can't guarantee the show will be good. It might be very noisy, but we will do it.
We will do it.
Quinn says, I know the organizers will get you a meeting. The parade is the most asked question when it comes to Katie's. Quinn, I don't need the meeting. I just need them to commit to bringing the parade back.
Maybe they'll just
They've
ask
got
you to
one
do the
float
parade.
from the Edmonton Sports Talk. We will submit.
Yeah. Matthew's very good at paperwork as well.
Well,
I will do that submission, and I will get our float in. And I don't know how I probably don't need another thing in the summer to add to my
I
plate,
was
but
just
I'll do
gonna
that
say,
one.
Like, dude, you got enough on the go already? Like, come on.
But imagine how cool would that be? Going down the parade float, doing the hangout.
That'd be sick.
While we have a
careful.
couple of other people just like driving and walking around us, and we have, I don't know how we deck out the EST.
Be careful what you ask for, though, because they might see you putting on these things here and just be like, well, maybe you should just do it.
Sure, pay me.
I believe
Edmonton, so that's part of my big job
Yeah,
with Edmonton
make sure
Sports
you
Talk.
get paid.
You want something else? Come on, pay me.
I mean, the things you organize, though, I don't think people. It's hard to grasp, really, like the amount of work that does go into a lot of.
He's very good at it.
But like, I see the Edmonton Marathon and all the background stuff there, and it's just like even at CKUA, right? Like you hear the radio station, and it's hard to grasp everything else that goes on behind the scenes just by listening to this one little radio show, and it's just like the iceberg, right? Where you've got the show, and then all the stuff that's under the water. It's just a lot of work. So thanks for doing a lot of work, man.
I just want more parades.
You just want
Seems fun.
parade just for you. How about that?
Yeah.
Does it seem fun?
Matthew,
Maybe we should do a nasty parade one time.
Just
We're just
right
gonna
out
drive around the things, and we'll just have like 2 blocks. But if you're a nasty, sign up and drive by, and you could just go driving around and we wave. I don't know.
you
Figure
see
something
those
like
guys
that.
on the school bus where they were in a band and they just had their whole stage on the school bus and they've been driving around the States.
Seriously?
Yeah, they're just like rocking out on this school bus, like going full speed. The last clip they had, I can't remember what it's from now. Sorry, everybody, but it was they were broke down somewhere, and the video was a call to get like an axle or something for their. Like anybody has like a 2005 school bus like wheel well thingamajig. Well, we need but it's just these dudes rocking out like on a mobile, full on stage on the school bus, rocking out throughout the States.
That's funny.
It's pretty funny.
No, I have not seen that.
It's been going around. But.
Speaking of which, there's a text that came in specifically from Mark. It says, can you ask Mark what some good metal/punk shows are coming up in Edmonton?
Oh. Well,
Do you need to look that up?
There's a lot. There's always a lot. Like even just this past weekend was Clutch was at Midway Music Hall, which was great. There was a gig at the Bunkers. Repugnant Scum just played at Bunkers this past weekend. What's coming up? Yeah, I have the marathon, so I haven't really thought about gigs for this coming weekend, but I will talk about it likely on my Friday morning show on Mayhem in the AM, which is 7 to 9 on CJSR, and it's all crazy heavy metal. So give me another minute or two, because like I've got some shows planned in September. I know Razor is coming, and so I'm planning on going to that one at the Starlight Room, but that's the same day as Mad Caddies and Authority Zero. Those are in September. Not metal, but Kaleido Family Arts Festival is a week early or 2 weeks early this year. It's not mid-September, so like there's no metal. Sorry, there's no metal at Kaleido, but it is something that's coming up. It's free, family friendly, same as the marathon, same as here. Like really, like the organization behind the festival is really quite amazing. So that's the Kaleido Family Arts Festival coming up early September. So yeah, I might be getting a text from my girlfriend, All Metal Tammy. She might be telling me about shows. But yeah, I'm going to Blind Guardian in November. That's in Toronto, but that's not local. So yeah, I'll have to think a little bit.
It'll
more
come to
of
you.
those local
Between
shows,
the Buried and Me, Union Hall, October, says Weed Whacker.
Perfect. Oh, I got Monk Fest at Dive Bar this Saturday. So Monk is Men Under No King. So the band does their own little festival. So it's Monk Fest at Dive Bar this Saturday. And that will likely be like an all-day thing with lots of bands.
Yeah.
Dive Bar is Jasper Avenue and 97th Street. So
I've heard of Dive Bar.
It's just on the north side. The Continental Treat is like right there. And then Dive Bar is right next door. And so that's a smaller venue. It's fun, though. It's total blast. So that would be the most recent one coming up. Thanks to All Metal Tammy for that one.
Nice. And then Noah Orion 42 on Instagram. If you want to see the school bus rock band being referenced, it's good content.
Thank you.
I'll have to
Noah
look that
Orion 42.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. The official drink of the EST Hangout is the Finnish long drink legend in 1952. A drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor. Longdrink.com/Canada is where you can enter your postal code and find a liquor store and establishment nearest you with the long drink in stock. This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage right here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
You might need to put your stuff in storage for Monk Fest because it goes from noon to 11 on Saturday.
Oh.
It's a long gig. So yeah, on Saturday.
Well, that's a fast.
Yeah,
Should go
well,
for a while.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. One
It
day.
shouldn't be like 2 shows. It should be a few bands.
Yeah, well, it'll be a lot. So yeah, go to Sentinel Storage and put your stuff there because you might need it because it's such a long gig.
Mark Rodgers, Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola will be back here right away on the Hangout here in Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Reminder, 11 o'clock, we got Lock Shop, Dusty and Huss. We've got Oil Stream, Dusty and Tommy today. EST Afternoons. Gager is back with Hernan Salas, so the show gets a little bit better because I'm no longer on it, and Gager is there. And the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. That will take you from 3 until 6 o'clock right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I guess we could quickly get to this a little bit. Let's get the Hangout headlines brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Premier conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. Book your tee time by visiting theranchgolf.com. I know you're an Elks guy.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game on Friday?
On this, yeah, I followed along on multiple media platforms. So I didn't actually watch it, but I was happy that they squeezed it out. I feel bad for Elk fans because, like, the expectations going in were, like, really high. And I wasn't feeling it.
You weren't to this, so you had been like Reed.
I just know everybody was, like, kind of stoked, and, like, it's just, like, such a longer kind of a cycle than, I mean, maybe not in the CFL, right? Because it's just guys coming and going, and there isn't really, like, a cycle like in the NHL. But it just, I was thinking it would, manage some expectations here and just, like, we'll see if they can get to like 5 or 6 wins maybe, but I get like being stoked like when they've got new people and he's able to, the coach is like pretty rah and everybody wants to run through a wall for him, but that doesn't always translate into. It's just unfortunate because like it'd be nice if the flagship organization could be good on the field. And that's. If the ownership though, the new owner like is great, like right, like that's all good there. So.
Yeah, so far seems good.
Yeah. So like, I mean, there's if the field is the only part to worry about, then I guess that's not too bad. Like the fiscal part is hopefully under control, right? Because what was it? Hopefully, I guess after the season they'll see, but the attendance is looking good. But 2 out of 7 were only making cash, right?
For that.
Commissioner said that like at the beginning of the season.
There's not a lot of clubs making money.
That's not a good percentage
No.
like in any way whatsoever. Like you got to get that to like 5 or 6 out of 7, right? So there's sort of 2 layers to it, right? On the field, it's kind of a bummer. But off the field, hopefully it's, because there's always that part of it too to think about.
It was not a pretty win, but a win's a win. From that, that's the key takeaway right now. We'll see what happens this upcoming weekend. They like if there's a schedule to come that is favorable for a team that's just coming off a very important victory for the Elks.
Yeah,
it
Toronto's
is these
not
two.
looking good, right?
It's Toronto and Ottawa. They were up 22-1 on Ottawa and blew it. Like those two teams, like I think that what we saw in what was a great football game was 2 teams that just aren't good going at it, and I don't think they could put up those points against a lot of other teams. The Elks should be able to challenge those 2 teams. You got to get these 2 wins. If you don't pick up both, you're not going anywhere this season for sure. If you believe that they could go anywhere, so it's lined up for them for this Friday to go make it 2 in a row and potentially look at 3 in a row come against Ottawa next week.
Now, you guys were just talking about last week's win against Montreal, where it was like nobody really wanted to win that game. It seemed like at times. Could we see a similar type of game this Friday at Commonwealth?
I hope not. Yeah. I think now, I don't think you could go back to back. Well, win's a win type games if you look. I think at some point you actually have to show, in many ways, you're improving. Like the offense to me just wasn't strong. They had 1 good drive. That's it. They had a very good drive at the end of the football game when it mattered the most.
Right.
They got it done. But you look at the other touchdown they had, it was because of special teams. They had a fumble off the missed field goal, which put the Elks right at the 6-yard line, whatever. And you can credit to the offense for finishing that off, but you didn't have to drive the field. They drove the field really once in that football game.
At the end.
The O-line just was far from good again, and they completely abandoned the run because of it. The Elks rushed the ball with their running back 6 times in the first half for 0 yards. They finished the game with 6 rushes by their running backs for 0 yards. They did not run the football once in the second half.
Sounds like 2 games ago.
Because they couldn't run it. But they found a way to mix in Justin Ring. But if your O-line isn't going to be able to protect, it's just not going to go well. So I think there's like, if you go back-to-back weeks, like, hey, they just snuck one out, I don't think that's a positive thing at that point.
take the run part out of your mega parlay there from the EST special.
Hit 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Well, no, yeah, because it was like 14 or something. I used the decimals point system.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, it's
sorry,
1,395.
Yeah, so it was like 14-1 or something. And then I was like, oh, you hit like all of it except Buddy running 50 yards. Like, just take that out. You would have hit that one.
Yeah, he ran
He had
for
all-purpose
0.
rides.
Yeah, 88 yards total, 0 yards on the ground.
That
His
was
longest
right,
run
it
was
50
3.
plus, I think, was in the
Yeah.
parlay, right?
Yeah, the all-purpose would have been nice.
They had 14 yards on the ground.
All from Cody Fajardo
That's right.
on 3 carries.
That's
Those
right.
are just scrambles at that point. They're not designed
Yeah.
or they're sneaks.
Do we know who the Toronto players are that the coach called out? Like, where he's like, there's some people that are just not, like, he was just like,
Did he do that again this week?
Dinwiddie,
Yeah.
Because he did that a couple of weeks ago early
okay, maybe
on.
that's the one I was thinking about.
Oh, no, he might have done it again. I don't know.
Just
but-
yesterday, though.
Yeah.
I saw the clip just yesterday. So
Because he did then, they didn't do anything. And so I don't know if he's doing it again, but they're not.
tough.
They lost a lot of guys.
They lost a lot
They've
of
got
guys.
The key injuries, Chad Kelly on the shelf. I mean, Nick Arbuckle, we know, is not a...
He's doing better than I expected.
Sure, but
he threw
he's-
3 touchdowns this week and rushed for 1.
He usually can just beat Winnipeg.
Yeah. Well, and the Winnipeg losing.
I know.
I was putting them. So a few weeks ago, I put BC on my fraud watch list, and they became frauds to me, and I still have them on frauds. Then I said, to me, I don't know if I ever went on air with this one. I was telling some people though that Winnipeg's on my fraud watch list.
I thought you did say that on
Did I?
there, 'cause
Yeah,
I remember
okay.
you talking about it.
I'm gonna declare. Sorry, Haas. I'm declaring the Winnipeg Blue Bombers complete frauds.
What are they, 4-4 now?
Is that what they are? Who have they beaten?
Edmonton once.
Edmonton once, BC twice,
Yeah.
and they beat Toronto. They've lost to
are
Calgary 3
4-4.
times. They've lost to Toronto once. They haven't played other teams. I'm calling the Winnipeg Blue Bombers complete frauds.
Yeah, they're 4-4.
They are taking that step back at this moment. It looks like that we thought they were taking last year when they started off 0-4 or whatever it was. It looks like that's what's happening right now.
BC with a big win,
They were good for
4-5.
so long, though.
Yeah.
At some point, you take that step back or
They're-
so, and it seems like this
They're on the
is
decline now.
Zach Collaros can't get it done.
He's got to stay healthy too.
Well, he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Has he? Like, that's got to be like part of it where he's might be slowing down a tad.
It is clear Saskatchewan, Calgary are a class of themselves. I would say they're by themselves at the top of the Canadian Football League. I think Hamilton's just on the outside. When Davis Alexander is there,
Montreal.
they are with Calgary and Saskatchewan. When Davis Alexander's not there, they're closer to everyone else, and they're Winnipeg, BC, in that level. I'll
Jason
put them, but
Moss
even
is the coach in
Montreal.
Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that I was saying to the boys, like McLeod, Bethel, Thompson, my goodness, that pick 6 he threw to Terrell Ford was just awful.
I did see that,
It's like, who from the Alouettes was even close to that area?
So this is what we see with the Elks, or we have in the past. So it's nice to see it the reverse.
Yeah.
The play prior to that, MBT misses. I think it was Snead in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Next play, he throws the pick 6. 14-point swing right there in 2
Yes.
plays. That feels like an Elks thing from the past years, where a missed
point.
touchdown throw, and then the next play, it's in their end zone,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you're sitting there being like, how did that just happen? Like, that could have been a full runaway for the Montreal Alouettes, but MBT blew it.
That was an awful, awful pass. And good on Keon Julian Grant with a couple TDs and getting the big one at the end of the game. That's a redemption.
Yep.
Obviously, he was the GOAT, or not the GOAT, but
the alternative term of the use of
that
goal.
the original GOAT.
Yeah.
A week prior. So good for him. That's good. Good to see some resiliency there. See if they can keep it going this week.
So I do have some of those band names now.
Oh, yeah?
Here we go.
So Monk Fest, Men Under No King Fest. The doors are at 1 at a dive bar, 18 plus. There's a couple that I don't want to like get them wrong, but Accidents Happen, the band Us, One Kill Wonder, Knife Fight in the OR, The Judge and the Juror, All Was Lost, and Men Under No King are some of the bands playing this coming Saturday at Dive Bar. Now I'm ready for my show on Friday. There we go. That worked out pretty good. I'm literally doing show prep right now. But yeah, that
You know what we call that? Getting 2 birds stoned at once.
right. I like that one. That works out pretty good. Is it Trailer Park Boy thing?
That's right.
Yeah, no.
And it's
Which
a
is coming
reference to the
back.
bird draft.
Is it not? Trailer Park
Apparently.
Boys, it's coming back for another
Did see
season.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
It's
I wasn't.
crickets.
Well, I wasn't.
I'm not a big.
Oh yeah,
Trailer
I
Park
wasn't a big Trailer Parks boy.
Well-
Like it's not that I didn't dislike it. It just it wasn't something. I know people absolutely love it.
Yeah.
and it's one of those shows that transcends Canada, which is always difficult to see Canadian shows do. Letterkenny did a good job with that. So did Shoresy. It's just not for me.
I just remember Randy and Mr. Leahy came by the nest at Nate,
Yeah.
and that was a total blast.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Mr. Leahy
Yeah,
passed away.
Yeah,
RIP.
yeah. I ended up taking photos for the Nate Nugget for that one, and they used it on the cover for the Nate Nugget the next week. And I'm not a photographer by any means, but it was Randy and Leahy were a total blast at Nate. That would have been like a long time ago though.
Yeah. Well, I think the guy that played Mr. Leahy, like he died almost 10 years ago.
Is it that long ago now?
It's been a while.
Really?
But that's part of why I don't think anyone, I mean, that's why you didn't get much of a reaction in here. I mean, I liked Trailer Park Boys the first few seasons, and then they came back on Netflix, I think, and they did a
There was
couple
cartoon
seasons.
for a bit, I think.
Yeah, and I know that, well, when Jonathan Torrens left, Mr. Leahy passed away, like,
2017.
it's almost 10 years.
That's wild to me. The fact
know.
that actually is.
Yeah.
We're not far. It was October of 2017. We're gonna hit 8 years coming up this year.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, that character's part of the equation, right? So,
I
time.
feel like he's a major one.
Yeah.
From the outside of that
see why
show.
it might not
Like
feel-
almost every episode was him fighting with Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles. So, and at some point, J-Rock.
Cosmic Rhubarb in the Nasty Chat. What's MBT stand for again? Makes brutal throws. That's a very good one. Geez, 2017.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, Matthew.
Yeah, I know. It's just weird to say that.
I know.
By the way, at some point this week on the Hangout, I'm just giving the full heads up for it. Hey, there's a preseason college football AP poll. College football AP poll. Miami, number 10, by the way.
All right.
I got to talk. Well, Premier League starts this week.
All right.
Premier
That's
League is
hard
back.
to follow along, like because don't they break for like international play in the
There's
middle of the
international
season?
breaks.
It's
So in
hard to
September,
follow
October,
along.
November, and March, there's international breaks.
follow along,
There's
though.
multiple competitions too to play for.
The
I do
derbies
stand by it.
and this. And
Well, the
that.
derbies are just the like Battle of Alberta.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
all
The
that
but-
Community
is.
Shield was Liverpool.
The Community Shield,
Right.
and Crystal.
Yeah,
Was it Crystal?
Palace and Liverpool. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, and Crystal won in penalties. But that is the winner of the FA Cup versus the Premier League from last year.
Oh,
So no, I've always said if you ever are trying to get into like European soccer, pick your team or pick a league and just follow the league. Don't worry about the other competitions. Just follow that league.
well, because my buddy Dane, who I used to go to like basically every concert with 20 years ago, Aston Villa was his guys. So I kind of like if I'm following along at all, I'll be like, "How's Aston Villa doing? How's
Good season last year.
Doing okay now that his team's winning." But yeah, there's a lot to it.
We start with a big opening matchup. Well, this weekend there's a big one: Manchester United,
Just
Arsenal.
the regular season though.
Well, there's only a regular season in the Premier League.
Yeah.
The Premier League is the champions of soccer leagues in Europe, or it's just the regular season. You play every team twice.
Yeah.
Home and away. Best team at the end of it is the champ.
Is that just England?
No, that's all of them. And then there's various leagues. So then there's the
What
cup.
is- how we?
It's a bit silly. I know.
How are we
Why?
following that?
It's easy. It's easier than in our sport, in our leagues over here. It's literally you play every team twice, a home and away. You play, if it's the Premier League, you play 19 matches against the
Okay,
other teams.
why did I think
And
that-
then you reverse it the next half, and then whoever's the best wins. That's it. It's
Okay.
very easy. Here
Because
it's you got to finish in the top 3, but in a wild card spot you can make it. But then you could go to this division, and then you got to go. Like it's actually much more complicated here than over there.
Ugh.
Play 38 matches. Whoever's the best at the end wins.
The English Premier League is different than like the Premier League.
No, it is the Premier League.
You talk about Champions League compared to Premier League.
Oh,
Yeah, you might be
that's
talking
where
about
I'm
Champions
getting mixed
League.
Yeah.
up.
Champions League is the championship of Europe,
And that's club teams.
Yeah.
which is like the Premier League. So
Got it.
that
Okay,
is
no,
a
we're
lot
good.
more
We're good now. We're good
complicated.
now.
Oh, yeah.
That is
This
more
is-
complicated than the league championships.
Yeah,
But
okay.
for their league titles, it's very simple.
So the regular season's firing up this weekend for the English Premier League.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. One, like for anyone that watches Wrexham, like I know there's a lot of
what
Wrexham
division's
fans.
that, though?
They're
They're
one lower.
below
gonna
now.
say.
I think that started this past weekend.
But there's the relegation thing again, right?
Yep.
With that league. So then, like,
Promotion, relegation. All
Is
the
it
leagues
4
have
teams or 2 in Premier League?
3.
3. Okay.
like so the bottom 3 are
Bottom
actually-
3
then
go
top
down,
three.
top 3 go
Yeah,
up.
and it's huge swinging money.
I was gonna say a huge cash on the line.
Yep.
What happened to Wrexham? Yeah, Wrexham started their campaign. They lost 2-1. They got a rude welcoming to the league. They were up 1-0, scored a 22nd minute penalty, gave up goals in the 90th and 96th minute to lose them 2-1.
I feel like I was watching that Community Shield game.
Was it on
kind of
TV?
half asleep, and it was like 2-1 or 2-2 in the first like 20 minutes, and then nothing. So I was like, did they just shut it down? Like, I feel like they're like, well, we got all the goals for today, so we're just gonna like, because like there's never like a 4-3. I mean, okay, there's gonna be 4-3 games, but you know what I'm saying? It's usually pretty low scoring, right?
Yep.
So part of me felt like they just kind of stopped after they got those goals really early because they're like, well, no, we don't need to score more than 3 goals here, so let's just take it easy all the way through till the end. So I don't know about that part of it. Just doesn't appeal to me. Like where it's just like, come on, you can score the whole game, right? Like you don't have to just get 2 or 3 and then stop.
Well, it's not that
But-
easy just to go score because teams change their systems mid-match and they change the way things are, so things don't open up
So
as
they
easy to
run
go
around
score.
the
So
field
sometimes,
differently, like, in different patterns.
yeah,
I
actually
guess
they
so.
do in a
I
way.
guess so.
A lot of
They
possession.
change different
strategy
things,
changes.
and other teams
It's
make
very
their
tedious.
changes, and it's very much chess on a pitch. But it also, that's not the Community Shield. I don't know how much the teams actually fully care.
Yeah, no, it seemed
So, like,
like they
that's-
mailed it in after those
Well, it
first 3
was-
goals. I was like,
It's not a trophy or exactly
they had the under
throwing
or
up
the
there.
over, or so they had to stop, right? Like because it's everybody's. Well, I'm shocked there isn't more gambling scandals. Like really, it's been
There was a
people
huge one in
cheating.
Italy.
Was there? Yeah.
Yeah. But Juventus got relegated. How many
right
years?
down to that's been a while. now.
Yeah, they're back, and
But then they got
they're
another
strong again.
issue. But yeah, no, it was
watched the
they got sent
documentary.
right down to they got relegated.
Well,
yeah,
I watched a
said, and-
documentary on cricket and like the corruption in cricket in India. Or yeah, it was just like
the
life, like crazy, like
I
boxing
believe it.
matches, like big time cash, like.
Jeff Kershell with Crush Performance Wednesday, 6:00 right here in Edmonton Sports Talk. Back at 1260, he would do a lot on. There was an author he had on. I think it was Declan Hill was his name, and he was big writing on corruption in sports and stuff. The sports that have the biggest issues for that, or what was the sport that had the biggest issue for throwing of matches and things, is tennis.
Tennis?
Low level tennis.
Really?
Like you're not talking about the Canadian Open type throwing.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
lower events. There is huge. That was, or at least at one point, that was the most corrupt. That has a lot of match
Wow.
fixing. That has a lot of people throwing matches. That was the big one.
Interesting.
I was watching global television, and they did a live hit on the tennis match that where the
Mboko?
where she won, and they were like giving an update. They're like, she just won the second set. Quickly flip. They're like, sorry, Glow. Like, I just would love to see the numbers of like as soon as they do that live hit and say it's in progress. Like, I just switched to Sportsnet and
Whoops.
like, whoopsie daisy.
There
Like,
goes your audience.
yeah, no, you just threw it away because I was like, that's on right now. I'm like, I bet you it's on Sportsnet. Boop, 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 flip. I'm like, sorry, Global, just flipped away from you because you totally gave an update to something
Yeah.
I'm going to watch live. So that was pretty fun, though, to catch that. I watched it with my mom, so kind of fun.
Great moment.
Yeah.
Huge win.
What is
See
she,
does.
18? 19?
I think she's 18.
Yeah, that's awesome. A new star. As Jeannie Bouchard retires and shoes on the desk with, was it Vasek Pospisil?
Maybe.
I think so. And he just retired too. And then now our next wave, Leila Annie Fernandez.
She's going to be 19 on the 26th.
Yeah, Felix Auger-Aliassime, Chapo, and then Bianca. But I feel like Bianca's always hurt now.
She's battled a lot of injuries.
Milos, did he retire yet?
I don't know. what's up with Milos.
Because you don't
I thought
really
he
hear
was making a
from
comeback or attempting to.
Was he? He was likable.
He was great. The thing with Milos, though, is he had a great serve.
Yeah.
But I don't think the rest of his game was up there.
Right.
So what saved him was he could, if he got his serve going in a match, he can
Get on a run.
get on a little bit of a run. But the moment he has to play the rally, he's on the back foot a little bit. I really wish, I thought we'd see more from Felix Auger-Aliassime by now.
He's always in the mix, though.
He is, but like if you look at his recent play, like at majors, he had that one run. When was that?
Well, because Milos Raonic has, under his coach, it says Mario Tudor, 2019 to like.
Continuing
So I'm
to,
thinking
so
he's
he's
still
still
playing
going
then?
then.
Yeah,
He's
so
34 years old, though.
Milos Raonic, or Felix Auger-Aliassime got to the quarterfinals of Wimbledon in 21, semifinals of the U.S. Open in 21, and then quarterfinals of 22. I think in 21, that was the year Leilani Fernandez also got far. Because it was like this huge 2 Canadian run.
Yeah.
But since then, like he hasn't gone past the 4th round.
How old is he
And
now?
this-
Like 22, 23? He's pretty young.
And his last 5 majors, and I'll go scroll up to see the age. First round exit, second round exit, first round exit, second round exit.
No bueno.
He is 25 as of this past weekend, August 8th. Happy birthday, Felix. Big fan of the Hangout.
Yeah. Get back in the win column. Let's go.
But so that's like, I just want him to get back up there. And how far did Denis Shapovalov ever make it? Did he ever get to a final? Why do I feel like he got to a final once?
Haven't they won like lesser tournaments? Like the Cincinnati Open and stuff like that?
They have wins.
Yeah.
Felix is, no, that's doubles result. He got to the semifinals of Wimbledon in 21. I thought he did. Yeah, that was a stretch of, like in 21, he got to the semifinals of Wimbledon. In 22, started 22, got to the quarterfinals of Australia Open. There was a run there where Andreescu won the U.S. Open. Leilani Fernandez got back to a U.S. Open final. We had Felix and Denis that were getting to quarterfinals and semifinals, and it's kind of just all we got too spoiled as Canada. Like it's weird. For me, I think if it was 20 years ago, I would probably be like, "What do you can't dream that big, man," in a sense. But I'm upset that Canadian tennis players aren't getting to quarters and semifinals.
You are
when we would have never had any
vicious.
of that.
I'm just looking at Milos Raonic here, and he's still playing at 180 singles ranking. You realize he's made $20 million? His prize money is $20 million. His win-loss is 383 to 184 win-loss record. Highest career ranking was number 3.
Yeah.
That's a good career.
Ronish made it to number 3.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Career
Like he
highest
made
singles-
20 million this past year or total?
Career.
Total
Career
prize
money.
earnings, though. So that's not including endorsements. Tennis players do make a lot of
Endorsements,
endorsements.
yeah,
He's got
Singles
some decent
titles.
endorsements he had.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who he had. I want to say Lacoste, but it might not have been Lacoste for him.
This was updated August
Tennis.
8th. All this information.
Interesting.
Tennis is fun to go watch in person.
I like tennis.
They had the Davis Cup come here a number of years ago. It was one of the latter events at Rexall Place before it closed.
Is there an
Denis
announcer
Shapovalov
that's
was there.
really into tennis? Was it Jack Michaels?
Jack loves tennis. Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what
Did
I
he
thought
get
I
a
heard
call
about.
it a couple years ago?
Yeah.
he
Last
did.
year. Him and Gene went and called it.
And then there was, I believe there was like the groundskeeper at Wimbledon is from.
Oh,
Edmonton,
Grant. Yeah.
Right.
You brought him
Did
on
you
to
hear that?
1260.
Grant Canton.
Yeah.
He's
No,
at
I
Cougar
heard-
Creek now.
Yeah, no, I heard.
Great guy
Yeah,
from the Spruce Grove, Stony Plain
It was
area.
back a while ago now, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
a-
some great stories.
That's a
when you
fascinating
brought him in.
story. Yeah, he what did he take the golf management program at McEwen, or was he at one at? Oh, maybe not. But anyway, applied for a practicum intern type of position at Wimbledon. Got hired, worked his way up, became head groundskeeper. And then was there, I think he was there for like 20 years and then came back to family stuff and then, and stayed here.
Glad he got work after his field placement.
Yeah.
I didn't move to Wimbledon. I moved to Grand Prairie.
I went to Lloyd.
Yeah. Right. The goat.
The GOAT.
Were you at the goat? Or no, you were doing TV.
I was doing TV, yeah.
Close is legendary.
It
Yeah.
still is. Yeah,
Yeah, it's still
there.
going.
Yeah. And then there was, we had a country station because we were New Cap. And then The Goat was the rock station. Yeah, the Goat was the cool spot.
Yeah, they just played a local band too. There's a new single from a band called Breaking the Silent called Distance, and I was playing it on CJSR, but the Goat was playing it. They got the Heavy Metal Lunchbox guys on CJSR to play it, so actually I beat those guys to the punch by a few hours. Because the Heavy Metal Lunchbox guys, they go noon to 2 on Fridays on CJSR, and they were like, worldwide debut of Breaking the Silent. And I was like, oh, sorry, guys, I played that at 8:55. So technically not.
You just slid it in
but
there.
yeah, it was cool because I ended up noticing and seeing that the GOAT was playing it as well, which is really great. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because CJSR and CKUA are the ones doing local music on a daily, like all the time, have been for almost CKUA, almost 100 years, CJSR for over 40. So they are the wheelhouse for that, but good for that band to get a heavy tune. So good for them to get on the go because that's not easy.
Yeah.
And it's like a longer song. It's not 3.5 minutes and it's awesome. You know, and at their commercial radio. So good for Breaking the Silent to do that, to get them. Because, like, pitch me, I'm easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this song. Cool. Email it to me. I'll probably play it. Like, right on. Like, is there swears? Okay, I'll try to, you know, I'm at 7 a.m., right? So I have to, like, there's sometimes kids listening. Because I have had listeners/donors tell me that they punish their kids by listening to my show on Fridays. So I thought that was the greatest thing ever. I was like, yes, this is the best for the kids. Let's get heavy. So yeah, anyways, good for Breaking the Silent to get on the GOAT legendary
Excellent.
radio station.
When's 100 for CKUA?
2027.
27.
It's coming up.
Wow.
Yeah. Gearing up already. Obviously, we're trying to. Yeah, it's a lot of work because we want to have a big party. Because like, come on.
It's 100 years.
Yeah, like there's no. Like it's
Gotta do it right.
amazing what we pull off there. It's just, you know, like we're right in the heart of downtown, and like a lot of people don't know. Like we're in the old Alberta Hotel.
Which was rebuilt, which
Yeah.
is a cool building.
Yeah. So
Have
we've
to get in
got one of the biggest record collections in the country in the basement, and one of the biggest, you know, CD collections, and one of the biggest music databases. I think I got the number wrong last time I was here. I said we had like 5 million songs. It was like more like 2 and a bit, but it gets added. We're adding 40 to 50 records a week.
Wow.
And so we've got a chart, we've got a top 30 chart and a top 30 show, and it's constantly peppered with Alberta music and Canadian music, but also international. Like it's really, I feel super lucky because it's a super rare job to have in radio where I'm getting paid. I have a 3-hour show and I pick the music. Nobody's telling me what to pick. I get an email from our music library. They're like, here's all the new stuff. And it's all like every genre you can think of. It's all labeled beautifully. You go to the database and you just like pick what you want. You listen to it, throw it into your folder, and you go to the on-air booth and you play it. Like that is not happening on radio anywhere else except for campus and community radio.
Yep.
And there's no money there, right? So we're like, CKUA is shockingly amazing, and I still like I encourage people to listen to it outside of Edmonton Sports Talk. If you need a music fix,
I listen to CKUA and CJSR
It's
straight
music.
up. It's in my car. If I'm not listening to EST,
Yeah.
I'm listening to one of those two
it's
stations.
It's humans picking music, sitting there. Like I got a 3-hour show, and I get like an hour for an hour prep. So if I'm on for an hour, I prep for an hour. So I'm picking every song, what order it's going to go, what I'm talking about, what's going on with the station. Do we have a 50-50 happening? You know, we're in the middle of CKUA summer, so we've got radio student Bronson Casino is making amazing content, 90-second features. Like we've got live broadcasts, and like there is absolutely so much going on at CKUA on a daily basis. It is just really quite amazing. CKUA.com.
Good plug. If I throw my
Shameless.
car, because it doesn't automatically connect to TuneIn, or I don't have one of those cars. I have an older car. I think right now it's CKUA.
So I'm on Saturday night, 9 to midnight too. It's called Open Nights.
I would have been listening to you on Saturday night.
Yeah, I was. Well, I'm trying to remember what I
Just
did.
driving around on
We didn't have
Saturday.
a live broadcast this week, so because the previous two we had amazing live broadcasts. We had Los Lobos and Steve Earle from the Calgary Folk Music Festival.
Damn.
We had Jeremy Albino from the Canmore Folk Music Festival. We had another band ready to go that night. I'm on the board. I'm sitting on the board, ready to like hit the button to get the live broadcast up and going. 5:55 for a broadcast at 6, and it's on Terry David Mulligan's show, Mulligan Stew. And they're like, oh, lightning in the area, postponed. Oh, okay. So I'll just pick some music and fill then? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Bumped all the way through. I filled an hour of music, like just impromptu. I mean, I had about 20 minutes loaded up because I knew something could go wrong.
Yeah.
So as that 20 minutes is playing, I'm picking more to fill the hour, and I'm telling Lionel Ralt, I'm like, hey man, the live broadcast's been bumped by like over an hour. He's like, okay, I'm not gonna come in. I'm like, no, I need you to come in and do your show because I can't fill from 6 until 9.
Yeah, that's a long time, man.
That's a long time to fill. If you have to pick all the music, like if it was commercial radio, then yeah, just let it rip. I could totally do it. Like it just plays and I just talk and that's all it is. But there's nothing set up. I have to pick the music and drag it in. So I did that. Lionel came in at 7. They canceled the first band. Jeremy Albino went on at like 8:30. I did my show just after 9. My point is that the weather and doing live broadcasts and the amount of stuff that's going on at CKUA is shocking. And it was, we were pretty agile. And because 2 weeks in a row, there was things that were bumped for weather. Because lightning's in the area, everybody hunkers down. You got to be safe.
Yep.
That's number one. So it was just definitely, CKUA is really awesome. And I just love it so much. And we just had those 2 live broadcasts, and it was such an amazing team of people that put it all together. And like I said, just like the marathon, I'm like one little slice of the whole sandwich, and it's just a huge thing that happens. I'm rambling now, sorry.
No, it's good.
They deserve it. Them and CJSR too.
I got to get those plugs in.
That's why you're that's what you got to do when you come on here. Want to get to over under for Play Alberta? EST Sports, deposit 20, get a $50 free sport. YEG 50, deposit 5, get a $50 free sports bet. A lot of people at the Nasty Bash were riding with Jay. He had a couple plays today that hit. Jay posted a video on Twitter of him and a bunch of Nasties just celebrating the win as that game came to a close. I might have been the only person not celebrating at the St. Albert Rugby Club when that happened, because I immediately went to prepping, setting up all my tweets and all of that stuff.
Yes.
So it was like, game's over. Okay, I got to get into this. I'm not going to start cheering. But everyone else just was losing it at the St. Albert Rugby Club. And it was one of those, everyone was focused on the game to a degree, but having a good time, talking with people. But as that fourth quarter was progressing, in the back room where I was with Jay, slowly more and more people were coming in and just standing and watching until we got to that final possession. It was just full. Everyone was just focused.
The cheer was loud too.
People want to cheer for a winner.
Yeah,
that's the Elks. People care about this team. They just need to win more football games.
I got that winner Stuart Skinner track in my head now as soon as you said that from the morning show.
Yep.
He's a winner, Stuart Skinner. It's so good though.
Elks line. Well, CFL lines are already up. The Elks are favorites.
Wow.
I can't remember the last time they were favorites this season. They might not have been favorites this season.
Against Ottawa. Or were they not
No,
favorites
they
against
were under,
Ottawa?
unless I'm just trying to remember if it changed them. It opened up with Ottawa's the favorite. I think it ended with Ottawa's the favorite.
Okay.
So I don't think there's been a game this season that they've been the favorite. Right now they're 1.5 point favorites. Argos come to town 1.5 point dog. So largely right now close to a pick 'em. The Elks minus 135 over under 53.5. The Blue Bombers minus 6.5 against Ottawa. Saskatchewan minus 3 against Hamilton. BC minus 4.5 against Montreal.
So you're gonna, since you think, because Winnipeg's highly favored there, are you gonna? Because you called them frauds, right? Or was it full-on frauds, or what was it?
Yeah, I'm putting them in frauds.
He's putting them into
They could go
frauds.
beat Ottawa this week. Cool, you beat Ottawa.
No, but I'm gonna say you're gonna slap 10 cents on the old Ottawa Red Black.
No, because Ottawa's trash.
Oh.
To a degree, they're there with Toronto right now.
Yeah.
Nothing to believe in. It's like Ottawa, Winnipeg. Go beat Ottawa.
So you go over
Cool.
on
You
that
beat
one?
Ottawa. Awesome. Congratulations. Let me see them go.
It looked like
for them to
every
come
game-
off fraud watch, go beat Saskatchewan and Labor
Well,
Day.
every game was over. It felt like this past week. It was like
It was down to the wire. It was
don't bet
unreal.
at the under last
It's
week.
it was a fantastic week.
Yes.
That Ottawa-Toronto game should have been over. It was 22-1. Montreal should have ran away with that game. They did not.
No.
BC and Hamilton, that second half to overtime was just
The
punch for punch.
fumble in OT. What a gut punch.
Just go down.
Yeah.
Just go down some towns. I guess over-under confidence level that the Elks are going to go win this game. If I put it 75% that they're going to go win, where's your confidence level over-under?
I'll back that up over. Yeah. I think that was a huge shot in the arm for the Elks, that win in Montreal, as ugly as it was. But you get the win. You've been hanging in there for a good month now against some better opponents. I mean, that game, you get the win, and maybe it wasn't a top-notch opponent. So I'm going to take the over on this one. I do like their chances. Maybe they put together a couple of wins back-to-back, and then that gives them an opportunity going into next week. And then, hey, who knows? Maybe a little bit of momentum against the Stamps, but the Stamps are good, man. With VA back, I mean, if it was PJ Walker, I'd be taking the Elks all day, every day. But
look, if you're 4-6 going into Labor Day,
it doesn't look that bad, does it?
things are open all of a sudden. Now that's a difficult set,
Right.
but go split maybe. Can you find a way to get the split?
Defense holds up, and that O-line can give Fajardo some time to work.
All of a sudden, can you be 5-7 through Labor Day?
That wouldn't be too bad, would it?
I think you said 10 wins on the season, didn't you?
When I went through the schedule, I had 10, so I'm wrong. I'll say I'm wrong.
Oh, you're already... Oh, okay,
Well,
sorry.
yeah. It's-
I've
18 total?
I've been wrong.
2 and 6.
I've always reevaluated. I was wrong about this season.
Wow.
I thought the defense would be a lot better to start. I didn't think the D line would struggle as much as they have, and I also wasn't expecting an O line to struggle as much as they have. And if you aren't winning the battles in the lines, you're not going to win a lot of football.
Well, they could still make the playoffs because it's CFL, right?
You can.
Yes.
BC
Yes.
winning last week doesn't help. BC getting a banged up Montreal, like the same Montreal team that Edmonton just beat, doesn't help because if BC gets another victory, you stay further behind them. The big thing though, if you lose to Toronto or Ottawa, and I'm going to say if you lose to either of them, you have to go 2-0. Because not only do you lose ground on the BC Lions catching them, you lose ground to the crossover.
True.
You're losing ground because you have to catch both Toronto and Ottawa to make sure I guess there's still Winnipeg too that you can go get in the West, but then it's Winnipeg, BC. You need to catch one of them to do crossover. If you want to be in the West, you got to beat BC and Winnipeg. So I think my confidence, if I had to go with the over-under, I still think it'd be the under, but it'd be like my confidence level for this week for the Elks is like a 60% that they're going to go get that win.
I'm going to be positive and go with the over. The fact that the defense has so few takeaways is still surprising to me.
Minus the Trey Ford.
But that's the thing. But
that was only the second
we
interception
finally
of the
saw
year.
a turnover. Look what happens when you could have a turnover.
Anybody could cut.
Why it's even on the fumble on the missed field goal. You could just sometimes get great field position where you can go finish this off. They haven't had enough turnovers, and that's been a killer for this team this year. Because you take the ball away from the other team, but also you put your offense in a position to go get easier points.
Yeah.
And they did that. And look what happens. They found a way to win a football game.
Got to get 2 in a row, though, now.
Go get it.
Gotta get 2 in a row. And that's it. Like,
It's there.
we're saying go get the split against Calgary. I ain't going to predict that they're going to get that right now.
No.
But it's football. Anything can happen. So you have to put yourself in a position where if you can get to 4-6 going into Labor Day, maybe there's that one mistake by Calgary that helps you get that victory.
Maybe.
Then things are different, right? So you just have to put yourself in a position where maybe a good thing can come your way, or maybe you can find that one game where things happen. Or look, there's a lot of injuries that can happen across the board. So we'll have to wait and see. Elks Argos coming up Friday, 7:00, Green and Gold kickoff show. Myself and Jay Milne. We get going at 6:00 that day. That evening after the Reed Wilkins show, we'll get you set for that one. And then who was Hamilton, Saskatchewan, which should be a really fun game. I will be there for that game. Very excited about that.
You going to Sask?
Yeah, Buddy Stagg.
Oh, sweet.
Flying out Saturday morning. Well, I hope to be there. I'm flying out Saturday morning, landing at 8:17. If I have any sort of delay, I don't know how I'm catching up with the boys. I don't know how to get from Saskatoon to Regina.
Knock on wood, man. Jeez, like you're talking about your flight, dude.
I know. I just don't know how to like how else.
I knocked on the wood.
Thank you. I think that's all fake wood, anyways.
Doesn't matter, man. Yeah.
So the question is, I just don't know how to get from Saskatoon to Regina if I miss the bus that the boys are going to be on.
What time is the bus leaving?
I have no idea. They have to come pick me up. But if I'm delayed, the game's at 1. They got to get going.
Yeah.
So like there comes a point where I feel like 9 o'clock is probably drop dead.
Ooh,
so then
gonna be
they got to
tight.
get going. Well, they might pick me up from the airport and stuff, so that part's fine.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like so I just don't know how I could catch up to them. Like, can I like get an Uber driver to be like, I need you to take me to Aylesbury
For a second,
but
I
go
thought
really fast so that if I could catch this bus, we could get. I'll just pull over. I'll jump.
Not a real
on.
place.
Aylesbury?
Yeah.
It's a great spot.
Not a real place.
You go in, you sign the flag, but then there's pictures all over the bar wall. And you go find your picture from the last time you were there or the times before they were there. They'll take your picture and they just throw it up on the wall. It's an awesome spot.
I don't believe you.
I don't know exactly where it is. Is it like,
Well, because when you said
is it 45 minutes out of town of Regina?
oh, okay, because when you said you got to get caught up, for a split second I thought you were talking about drinking.
No, catching the
was like,
catching the boys.
yeah, I know.
Catching up like I've chose to. I'm flying into Saskatoon, so because I have the game Friday, so I can't drive out Friday night. But I get a double dip of CFL this weekend. Well, I get a live football game for CFL this weekend.
And then how are we doing with Labor Day bus?
Things are going really well.
Excellent.
I actually got to get a couple for us. EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Click Labor Day bus. You could join Edmonton Sports Talk and fellow Nasties, fellow Double E fans to Calgary for Labor Day. EST Labor Day is the promo code to use. It's 150 plus GST, but that gives you a discount to 125 plus GST. Bus from Commonwealth to Calgary. We'll stop in Red Deer on the way if you want to grab a quick bite. 2 Canadian clubs for the bus ride. We'll get there. You could go to the tailgate in McMahon Stadium, get into the game, watch with a bunch of all of us, and then we'll take you back with pizza on the bus on the way back.
Yeah.
EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Click on Labor Day bus. We're over 50% sold. This is going to fill up, so get your tickets now.
It feels like we shouldn't enable McMahon Stadium, you know? Like,
It's good. It is good. I've
come on,
done Labor Day bus. It's good when you get a pack in green and gold.
It is.
Stick
But great
together.
sidelines.
Great
I
sidelines.
stand by that. If they could just gut everything around the stands and refix all that, the seats are the sight lines at McMahon. There's not a bad seat in the house for watching a football game, I believe.
This is old and crappy.
what's a bus like to? Well, I guess it's too far. To
Rodsy.
take a bus to Saskatchewan.
Rodsy, though, to take Sask 11 heading south, get to Saskatoon, Regina. I know how to get to Regina. I don't have my car. And if I miss the bus, that will be doing that from Saskatoon to Regina. How do I catch up to that bus? I'm not going to be able to run it. And I'm trying to figure out how can I then get to Regina.
Right.
I know how to get to Google Maps can help me with that one too. I've made that drive personally before. I'm trying to see like how could I catch up to a bus that will have already left.
That's tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder how long an Uber ride would be. How long do you guys guess? Okay, if I did an over-under for Play Alberta, from Saskatoon to Regina, if I put that at $220, over or under?
Over.
Yeah, I'd have
Surge
to
pricing.
go over on that one.
I don't know if
Game
it'd be
day.
surge pricing.
Game day.
From Saskatoon?
Yeah.
There won't be any surges from Saskatoon.
Game day.
Can you even
But
get
take
an
away
Uber
surge
up for that
pricing.
far
I mean, it's
away?
up to your Uber driver.
They'd
if
have
they
to
want
accept
do
it.
Yeah.
Would you, okay, take away surge pricing.
I still think it's over. I'll say it's like 300.
all the way to
Saskatoon
Saskatoon to Regina. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
airports. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
couple
John
$100.
Diefenbaker to Mosaic Stadium. Let's see how long this
Still
is.
got my Uber guy down in Miami when I was on the cruise. He saved my butt. I got lost downtown in Miami and construction and the map wasn't working. And he came, it was like a $4 ride, but he saved my butt.
Saved your bacon.
Oh my.
I was right.
Do you have a number that you want to guess?
I'll go. I had it in the 300. Look, the way you reacted, 450.
$4.13
Yeah.
and 43 cents.
Yeah, that's
That's going all the way from Saskatoon to Regina.
With a meal or something, right? Like,
That's just the regular one. If you want the XL, it's $600. I could be eco-friendly for only $3 more.
sick.
Might as well do that one if I'm taking that type of drive.
But not
actually, if
wallet-friendly.
you want the comfort one, it's $470. Might as well jump in on that. That even has a start. Good deal.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully you're just not late.
So
Far behind.
yeah, and hope a driver takes that fare.
Or just actually, Dave has a story, JMO, where there was a Labor Day. He was driving down early, so he wasn't with the team, and he got to Red Deer and his car broke down.
Ooh.
And that's back before cell phones and stuff. I think he said he saw like Joanna Ireland driving by, and he was trying to wave her down, and she didn't stop because she didn't see him and stuff.
Oh.
Or maybe she did. She didn't. He paid an Uber driver or a taxi driver to take him.
Ooh.
He found one and says, "Look, I'm with the team. We'll get you the money and all that. I need to get to McMahon Stadium." And he found someone willing to do it.
Man, I was down in Millet, Alberta, to go to the Decimate Festival, and we could not find anybody to give us a ride to the there was
In Millet?
Yeah, we were like trying to get to the festival site, and there's like one driver,
Yeah.
and it's Friday night, and they're like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. It's just like we kind of sort of assumed like there might be like a cabbie service or like a Uber of some sort,
yeah.
but yeah, no, not
Like a pirate cab?
not in Millet on a Friday night. We got
Millet
there,
on a Friday.
We
huh?
got there. We just ended up driving ourselves, so we just stopped the sauce, and one of us drove, which was not the plan. But
Sacrifice.
anyways, shout out to Millet.
Quaint little town as you drive through it.
Lack of cabbies on a Friday.
Yeah. I won't go into some of those stories that I also have with those. EST expense trip. No, this isn't EST related, Avery, so I can't expense this. Although some like VR and Kirk saying wear a Riders jersey, stick your thumb out. You won't catch me wearing a Riders jersey.
Good man.
Even if I'm trying to get to this game, I won't wear a Riders
Use it as a
jersey.
flag you have to wear.
And while I'm there with a bunch of Riders fans. I've gone a few times. I don't cheer against the Riders there. I'm there with Riders people, so I'm not going to be that dick. But I also don't cheer necessarily for the Riders.
You're just there.
I cheer for my
enjoying football.
fantasy team,
Yeah.
which isn't doing well right now. But I cheer for my fantasy team. But I will not wear a Riders jersey. It's not happening.
CFL has fantasy teams. What? That's a joke.
We have our own
I know.
leagues
I'm
and
aware
stuff.
of all of them. Yes.
I have no receivers. I am making all the wrong decisions.
You're in the junior, right?
Yeah, every decision I make has been bad. I go and I say like I'm going to play this player instead of this one because it's not like this past week I played Weedfall instead of McInnes because both have been playing terribly. But McInnes has been slightly better. McInnes goes off for 158 yards. Weedfall went for 7.
Ouch.
They picked the wrong guy, I guess. Eh?
Yeah.
Oops. Mm-hmm. So is that how that works? Like you got to have people play. And
Have you ever done NFL fantasy?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's
no.
a
So
tedious process.
It's trying to simulate running a football team.
Right.
So you draft your players and you have positions to fill out, and then you have a bench, and you start your team for the week.
Yeah.
And then the players that you start accumulate points for their stats, and then whoever has the best points at the end of the week wins, head to head.
Yep.
So that's the all the advice that comes in on the. Is there like fantasy team advice on the?
NFL, there's huge amounts
oh,
of those.
yeah,
it's
there's
a
like-
business.
Really, hey?
It's
Yeah.
a massive
Wow.
business.
It's a juggernaut.
Wow.
What does fantasy bring
That's
in?
why Dusty's like so big on the season-long fantasy for the CFL, which I actually think is a good idea. See, I would take part in that to help promote, like just be a part of it. That to me would be good, and it would probably engage new people to the league or bring some back. Because there are tons of people that play NFL fantasy that truly don't really know much about NFL or football, but only their team.
That's a huge information gap, then, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of like community radio, where we're like trying to tell people how good it is. We're like, we're over here. Like, you've ever been tired of commercial radio and the repetitive music? We're right over here.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's somewhat the same because you've got this product that's really good, and then you've got all of these other people consuming this other product, but really they're kind of the same, and if not, in fact, probably a little bit better. Right?
That's
'Cause
a
you never
great
know.
way to describe that.
I like the way that you can anything can happen in those last few minutes, where it's just like
the Final Three is crazy.
yeah, it's just otherwise if it's even like the NBA or the NFL where it's just like
the last 2-3 minutes, it's just like
deadly slow.
Well, with the clock stopping, it is, and then restarting, it does change a lot
Yep.
because the Elks, I don't know if they make that comeback last week.
Right.
if that clock keeps running as they're making first downs.
Well,
like
you
it
just
changes the way you have to play because you got to play to the sidelines and get it out of bounds or use timeouts if you have any left. But the clock will tick a lot more.
Well, just the back and forth in the Grey Cup last year too. Right?
Yes.
Like I'm sitting there watching it with my mom, and it's just like, wow. Even if you're not into this,
That was
like
crazy.
Yeah, it was really exciting. Just the back and forth in the last couple of minutes, and all of a sudden, my God, they have enough time to go score again. I'm like, what the heck? This is pretty sweet.
NFL fantasy football industry is worth estimated $40 billion to $70 billion per year. This includes direct spending on league entry fees, website pricing, information material, all that stuff. But also they did value the time spent managing teams. So they gave a value to that. The fantasy football market is large enough to be compared to the GDP of some countries.
It's like what the band U2 affects the GDP of, I think it's Ireland, because they're so big.
Really?
Yeah, U2 is like affects the GDP of Ireland.
That's hilarious.
Because yeah, they just I remember hearing that by Alan Cross on the ongoing history of new music, and that's I mean the relative to that lately would have been Taylor Swift, right, going through and affecting the economy of everywhere she went.
Yeah.
Because it's just massive, right?
Wheels asks, doesn't Regina have an airport flying to Regina? I know they have an airport and I could fly into Regina, but then I missed the bus with the boys to there.
Thus being the stag part.
It's the stag. So like right
Kind of the
now,
whole point.
if everything's equal, fine. Again, knock on wood and all that. I will be there and I'll be on this bus and I'll join the boys on the way down.
Yeah.
If I
how
flew
you
into
knock on
Regina, I'd have to sit there. Like I think the flights were, I'd get there like 8 in the morning as well. So I'd sit there by myself for a number of hours,
Blech.
or I get there after the football game. So then at the point, I'm not even go on this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Worst case is I could just hang out in Saskatoon until they all come back. I'll go visit Eric's parents. Lovely
Very
people.
nice. Very nice.
So we got a line on Play Alberta if you make it there on time yet, or
That's in the DGen.
Well, when I should look at
DGen den.
yeah,
Let
I
me
guess
take a
that
look
makes
at what the forecast is long term for both Edmonton and Saskatoon. Edmonton on Saturday right now is rainy, 20%. That's not a bad.
What about Friday for the game?
20, sunny,
Nice.
but raining later.
Nice.
Spot WX, or I want to go here. I want Regina. Or no, I want Saskatoon. Saskatoon on Saturday, clear, 21. So as long as I can take off, we're fine. Knock on wood.
Did you
Again,
ever have
as
to
Mark said.
read like weather reports, like doing radio?
I did.
and TV.
In Lloyd, I had to do it for late night news.
Yeah.
I was awful.
Yeah, I was never the best. I still remember the tagline up in Grand Prairie though, because it was weather brought to you by Jenny Craig. Lose all the weight you want for 1-800 call 1-800-JENNY20. Because yeah, we would do the weather report, and it was literally just reading it off the weather.
Yeah. But that's basically what it was.
yeah. It was pretty simple.
We had this fancy system called AccuWeather that I had to learn, but I always would forget to update the map of Canada board. So it was always the same whenever I did it from like the night before, whoever was the regular late night weather person. And I'm like, wow, I don't know what I'm doing. So it was fun though.
Well, and then I heard that you have to say, like, if it's 30% or more, you have to say there's a percentage of or a chance of rain. You can say it, describe it however you like, but I was told at one point if the number is 30,
Okay.
gotta mention it.
Yeah.
Even you don't have to say a percentage. You can just say there's a chance.
Nowadays, when I do weather, I just text Josh Clausen and go, "Hey,
Yeah, that
what's the
works.
weather?" And then
There you go.
and then I just read his text,
There you go.
and that's the EST
you
weather
wrap it,
forecast.
though, or no?
No, I wouldn't.
It's disappointing for sure.
I wouldn't destroy people's ears like that. I already annoy people enough. I don't need to add that much more to this. Mark, thank you very much for coming in. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for letting me plug stuff.
Of course. So if you are around the Edmonton Marathon this upcoming Sunday,
Yep.
if you're near the start-finish line, the start-finish music selector,
Yeah, just blame me if you're not into it. That's cool. It's
gonna be Mark.
Finish line. Blame somebody else outside of the start and finish line. No, it's it's a really shockingly amazing event, and it's so well run. Yes, pun intended.
no, round of clicks for that one, round of clicks. Friday morning as well,
Yeah,
7
so
o'clock.
Friday morning starts
CJSR.
at 6 a.m. So 7:06, because the BBC goes to 7:06. So it's 6:66 a.m., mayhem in the a.m. till 9. And then I do a show called Open Nights, which is 3 hours of openness to anything upbeat. Saturday nights, 9 to midnight, and that's across the province on 16 transmitters. 94.9 here in Edmonton, 93.7 in Calgary, and online since 1996, CKUA.com. So we will be online for 30 years next year.
Cool.
Wow.
First station in Canada to stream online.
Oh, yeah?
They didn't even figure out the legality of it in terms of like, what are you going to be paying for royalties? Like, what are you paying for that? Because when I was in Grand Prairie at Q99, the court decision had just come down, and we were not streaming on Q99 in 2007 because they were afraid the decision was going to come down and you were going to have to pay retroactively for the amount that you've streamed. So if that had happened, CKUA would have been
Screwed.
done
Yeah.
because they would have had to retroactively pay since 96. Anyways, so I'm on CKUA Saturday 9 to midnight. I get to pick all of the music, and it is a total blast. It is a very rare radio job, and I'm very thankful for it.
Thank you again, Mark, for coming in. You're coming up on the oil stream today with Tommy. This has been the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Lock Shop up next. We've got oil stream, EST Afternoons, Gagers back on with Hernan, and the Reed Wilkins Show with J-Mail. Now we'll take you up until 6 o'clock on behalf of Mark, Tommy, and Matt. Thanks for tuning into the Hangout here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Coming up next, it's the Lock Shop with Dusty and Huss. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go.
There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today,